Welcome to U.S. Immigration TV. In today's video, I will discuss how the crisis at our southern border may be affecting your immigration case. Now, I want to be clear that what I'm doing right now is offering my opinion or theory. So don't bother fact-checking and catching me. This is just what I think. First of all, what's happening at the southern border is there's two types of people crossing that border. One are those who are sneaking across the border, and the other are those who are pretty much presenting themselves to immigration officers and claiming asylum. As far as sneaking across the border, that's over the walls, under the walls, in the trunks of cars. That's always been happening, whether it's been under Trump or Biden. However, what's happening recently is that people from all over the world, not just simply Mexico or Central America, but all over the world, they get themselves to the southern border, present themselves to an immigration officer, and claim political asylum. Now, realistically, a person is entitled to asylum if they have been persecuted or fear future persecution on account of race, religion, nationality, membership in a social group, or political opinion. Those are the traditional grounds of political asylum. But what has been happening is many people are coming to the southern border and claiming asylum, maybe because they were somehow told while they're still in Mexico, prepping them, this is what you need to say and whatever. But a lot of them are saying that why are they coming to America? For a better paying job, for a better life, more opportunity. Well, that's nice, but that's not grounds for political asylum. Otherwise, practically the entire world would be entitled to asylum because Central America, South America, Middle East, Far East, everyone is going to say, I want a better life. That's not grounds for asylum. In fact, perhaps 90% or more of these asylum cases are eventually denied because the person does not meet the requirements for asylum. However, how it works is when a person claims asylum, it's like stop, time out. First, they have to go in front of an immigration officer to listen to their claims, see if they have a credible fear or legitimate asylum claim. If the officer does not believe that they have a legitimate claim or denies their asylum, then the person is entitled to go in front of an immigration judge. Well, the problem is there are millions of cases now in immigration court, and there's so few judges. So there's this tremendous backlog, years and years and years of waiting. In the meantime, and this is where it may come into play with you, to deal with that crisis of all of these asylum cases coming in, USCIS may need to pool resources from other areas, pull officers from other areas in order to deal with this crushing amount of asylum claims. And then the staffing is reduced in other areas, such as for petitions and applications. And when you reduce the staffing there, the backlog grows in those other areas. So when you have so many asylum cases out there and creating backlogs in the immigration courts and pulling resources from other areas of USCIS, people applying for other benefits, petitions and applications, are going to be subjected to longer waits, less resources, less people to interview or process cases. I think what can be done, and again, just my suggestions, is Congress has to look at and fine-tune, if not change, the asylum laws. Only Congress can make these laws dealing with asylum, and it has to be a way to streamline the asylum process, where people who are legitimately eligible for asylum can quickly have their cases resolved. People who are filing bogus asylum claims, just trying to buy time or whatever, also need to have their cases heard more quickly. Maybe hire more judges, hire more officers to cut back not only on the asylum backlog, but also to help cut back on the backlog in other areas where it's taking years to process adjustment applications, approve petitions. And the law-abiding people, the people who are following the rules, waiting in line, they're the ones who are suffering as well. And I can understand the frustrations when somebody may be waiting years and years outside the U.S. for their chance to get to America, and they see the news of somebody just swims across the Rio Grande and they're already in America with a work permit. Change has to come. And Congress needs to do that sort of thing. And it has to be a bipartisan effort, both Republicans and Democrats. It's not one party or the other's problem or fault. They just need to get together and solve the problem for the benefit of the American people as well as those people who are wanting to lawfully immigrate. I will continue monitoring this immigration issue because I know how important it is. While you may not necessarily be an asylum applicant, it can be affecting you. I will continue monitoring this as well as developments in other immigration news and areas of interest to you. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'm Michael Gurfinkel, and thank you for watching U.S. Immigration TV.